There we are.
Good evening, Nikki. How are you?
Hello, Miss Antoinette. I'm great. How are you doing?
I am doing fine. Happy New Year's to you too.
Happy New Year's.
Nikki,
Woo. It's been
Nikki,
an
the
awesome
last
year so far.
that's right. The last time we was here, you was not a married woman. So congratulations, Nikki.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great. Everybody asks me, how does it feel to be a married woman? I'm like, it still feels the same. I've had 13 years to prepare for him. So
That's
it feels
right.
good.
That's right. Well, we would like to welcome our special guest tonight. We have so much to talk about and so many wonderful things to talk about. First of all, we want to congratulate everyone that won the seat for the elected officials of Kentwood.
Yes, it's great. They're a great team. I can't wait to see what the next 4 years is going to be like with them. They're a pretty
That's
good
right.
team.
That's right. And Nikki, we are really excited about our platform to bring news to everybody because there's so much that's happening in Kentwood. We're just excited to share that news. Well, if I can, I would like to share some of the photographs from the inauguration. Let me just bring it on. And so many other things that we can talk about, Nikki. And as you see the photographs, feel free to share that information. All right. I we're just excited. We're really excited. I just want to say congratulations to everyone. We're looking forward to the next 4 years being bright and, just so much to accomplish in the next 4 years. We have some seasoned elected officials on there. We have some people that's two of the council people. Well, one is new, but everybody else have served.
Yeah, they're everybody knows them too, and that's a good thing because you know how to reach these people, you know how to contact them. They know you know them, and it's going to work great together because the community is coming back together.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, Lawanda. Lawanda says it's good to see us back in the house. So we're back. So we're just
Hi.
excited to bring forth to you what Friends of Kentwood and what Nikki, we're keeping up with Kentwood. Nikki, I thank you for moving around town and documenting and taking photographs. It's just wonderful to see you bring so much to the table.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's a lot of work. It's definitely a
Yes,
lot
it
of
is,
work.
Nikki, no doubt, but we have to make it
Yep.
happen.
Oh
And we just
yes.
want to say it was so beautiful to see everything was decorated so nicely. And I just want to say to the Hook Finn family, first of all, we're just happy to hear that your son is doing well. And these decorations was somewhat a gift to the elected officials, and they just added their taste to it.
Oh, that's nice.
The inauguration was it was really beautifully done and professionally done as well. Congratulations, Chief. And we also see that he was sworn in by State Representative Robbie Carter. So it was really a good turnout and for a New Year's Eve. All right, Nikki. It's
Yeah, this is my event. Um, we decided to do a pet parade for the Kentwood Rotary Club, March 11th, 2023. Um, we've never had a pet parade here in Kentwood, and I am a huge parade goer, so I was thinking like we could take this money, raise it, and give it all the proceeds back to the Kentwood Veterinarian Clinic for shots and have your pet spayed and neutered. The way I looked at it is, let's help our own. We have
Mhm.
a veterinarian clinic here. Why can't we just help our own? And everybody liked the idea, so they're like, "Well, okay, you think you can do this? Sure." I've never done a pet parade, but let me see what I could do. And I
Nikki,
just took ideas.
whatever you put your mind to, you
Oh,
just make it
Oh
come
yeah, I
alive.
just do it. Just do it. Anyway, needless to say, I reached out to Kentwood Spring Water, and they are going to sponsor all the water for the dogs along the route. So at registration, we'll have a drinking station, and at the end of the route, we'll have a drinking station as well. So the dogs will be greatly hydrated. Um,
But talk,
also,
talk yeah, talk about the registration and all of that. Put that information out there.
Yes, registration is going to start at 12:30. We do it at Main Street, at the Main Street Square where we hold a farmers market. You can
Mm-hmm.
come there now, and now that doesn't mean that you have to register that day. I do have forms up, so you can go ahead and pre-register. But if you're last minute and don't know what you want to do or
Mm-hmm.
whatnot, we will be taking registration at 12:30. Now, parade rolls at 2. Um, let's see what else there. Oh, I've announced some things, but I can't say too much just yet. But I do have a leader of a pack, which is a grand marshal. I put a king and queen together and a little court to go with it. And we do have a celebrity doll that's going to be coming down as well, which I can't announce that just yet, but it will be in soon. What else is there? There's a lot. I have a lot going on. And what started out small has now turned into like this big thing, and which is going to be great. Now, this will not be on the 4 lane. Most of our
Mm-hmm.
parades are on the 4 lane, but this parade will be on a residential street. Lineup's going to
Okay.
be at Main Street. We're going to cross over Highway 51, go down Avenue F, and then we're going to turn on Fifth Street in front of First Baptist Church, and then
Mm-hmm.
turn at that stop sign going down to the post office, and the parade will disperse at the post office. So,
Nikki, make sure that you announce that. I was reading the flyer, it said no candy.
that's
Make sure
correct.
you announce what you want to have.
Yeah, there's absolutely no candy to be thrown. Everything is pet related. As far as like pet treats, like dog treats, chew toys, you could throw beads. But anything that is pet related will be allowed. But absolutely no candy is going to be on
Well, thank you, thank you.
here.
Is there a number, or email address that they can reach someone?
I just use my phone number, 985-514-4994, or you can just reach out to me on Facebook. A lot of people find me on
Mm-hmm.
Facebook or go to Keeping Up with Kentwood, and you can send me a message through there. All forms can be picked up and dropped off at the Cajun Two Step where I work at, so you can come by there and get a form and drop it
Okay.
off. And
Thank you, Nikki.
entry
Thank you.
fees are only $10.
Oh, really? Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I really want to announce that Mayor Gordon will be giving us updates every fourth Monday of the month at 4 o'clock. She
Okay.
will go live with any updates that's necessary for that we need to know. She was committed and she is committed to being very transparent with her constituents, and we look forward to hearing from her on Monday, the last Monday of the month at 4 o'clock p.m. So we're great, very happy for that.
Yeah, it's going to be really great to hear.
Hmm.
It's just going to be great to have communication so
Yes, it
everybody
is.
knows what's going on.
Yes, it is. Also, any announcements that she needs to make, any business news, office updates, she will be starting up January the 31st at 4 o'clock. So please tune in because she will share some great information. Well, Nikki, you want to talk about this? Have you heard about the water company Niagara is coming to Hammond, Louisiana?
I have heard about that. I didn't know exactly where it was going to be. I didn't know if it was going to be in Hammond or if it's going to be on the
Outskirts,
outside of
yeah.
Hammond. Yeah,
Right.
that's great. That is really good. That
Nikki,
that gives
before
more jobs. Oh, I'm
exactly.
sorry. Go ahead.
It was a couple of years ago. I really was talking about the importance of having a bus to travel from Kentwood to Ponchatoula, because Nikki, without transportation, it's very hard for some people to really seek those opportunities if they're there.
That is true.
So I really hope that we can revisit it again and sort of do a feasibility study just to see how many people would take the transportation from Kentwood to Ponchatoula on
Yeah.
Highway 51. A lot of people talk about they remember when the bus was there, but we need that bus again because it's opportunities like that that a lot of young people who may not have a car living in a rural community, how would they get to those jobs if they was hired?
Correct. And that would be an awesome thing to have because like you said, there's more things out there. And what I really like, and I'm one of these people, I was able to get out of Kentwood. I was able to experience things differently in other places. And what I learned, I was able to bring back to Kentwood and put forth here. And a lot of young people need to know that there is more out there. Not telling you to move from Kentwood, but get out, get experience, get some knowledge, and bring it back to Kentwood to make Kentwood a better place.
You know, I feel the same way, Nikki. No matter what knowledge I have or what I gained in different places, traveling around, and
Yeah,
um, bringing resources back to home is always the number one priority because
always.
it can make your home a better place to live. And so, certainly, I believe that transportation is key to that
Yeah,
because there's a lot of vocational schools, there's universities, and a lot of the young people that desire to do these things, or just someone that's elderly. Um, Now, I do know that's transportation for them, but for someone else who may want to make an appointment, I think it may cost like $9 each way. So that's very important to talk about with our state representatives and our elected officials on the parish level, state level, and local level about the importance of trying to get transportation here.
yeah. And talking about transportation, also with the elderly too, that need to get back and forth to doctor's appointments, like they have a hard
Mhm.
time getting back and forth. Some people, like if I'm taking care of my elder parents or my grandparents for that matter, I have a job. I can't take off and just take them to a doctor's appointment or whatnot, and they're stuck at home and they really need to get to a doctor. Maybe that's something else that we could try to looking into to
Mhm.
having our elderly taken care of.
That's right. That's right. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the next slide.
Yeah, that was a great day. Did you turn out today? Did you come?
No, Nikki, because walking is difficult for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't know if maybe you would have went to the church. I didn't get to make it to the church today, but I was, made it to the march and got some pictures.
Mhm,
It was a
mhm,
good
and
little
I
turnout.
I had a very important project I had to finish up my deadline, but it was good to see that it started up again, so that was really
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it was really good, and it was nice weather too. And we had a good little turnout. I watched them, march down to MLK, but I missed everything else in turn because I had to go back to work. But
Well,
it
thank
turned
you
out
for the
really nice.
photographs. Thank you
Oh,
for
you're
the
very
photographs
welcome.
because at this point, we're the only media that's really
I
covering
know.
Kentwood.
I
So
know, and I love working with you because if one of us is going to cover something, if you're not there,
exactly.
you can cover that, and I'll be over here, and I cover this, and it works out great that way. Because
It's a
that way
great
you're not like,
team.
that's right, that's right. We make a great team. We
That's
do.
right. That's right. Okay, this is your news story. Tell us about this.
Okay, so this is Pizza Shack. They just celebrated their 40th year in Kentwood, which is amazing. um,
Congratulations.
Mr. Danny, his son now owns Jesse McDaniel now owns the building, now owns the property, now I'm sorry, now owns the business. But they want to expand and make it bigger. Yeah, everybody that's been in here for the past 40 years, we've known that, this is Pizza Shack. This is a building. Everybody has memories in this place. And if we go in there, you see pictures that are hanging on the wall of people who went to work there. They had kids, and now their kids are coming in there. They have so many memories in this place. The awesome thing is that they're going to be soon tearing down the building. I think within maybe the next week or so
Mm-hmm.
they're going to tear down the building and they're going to make it bigger. It's going to be in the same spot. They're going to have booths. So the booths will be lined up the wall. They're going to have restrooms in the corner. Well, they'll be up front. They'll have restrooms, they'll have booths, they'll have tables, and it's just going to be a bigger area. So it's going to be really, really nice whenever they get it finished. I don't know how long that's going to take. So if you need to get your pizza addiction fixed, you need to get it now because I don't know how much longer Pizza Shack is going to be out of business. So muffaladas, po' boys, pizza, whatever it is, go get it while you
Gotta
can.
go and get it.
Yep.
And and thank you, Nikki. There is some more businesses coming to Kentwood. You want to talk about that? Something that you know
Yeah.
about
yeah,
Chanel's?
we have a little changes that's going on. Right now, I'm sorry, I can't clear my throat. But in the old Dollar General store, there is Chanel Drugs that's coming. And the pharmacist is going to be Dana Antune. A lot of people know her. She went to Sumner. She's Jeff Birch's daughter. and
Mm,
she is going to be the
mhm,
pharmacist. Now,
mhm.
I don't know what's going to happen beside it. You can see where work's being done, dirt work's being done. I don't know exactly what's going to go on there just yet. There was talk that it was going to be a strip mall. I still don't know exactly what that's going to be. I got to find out more information on that. Also, another project that's going on, First Guaranty Bank. They will soon be tearing down First Guaranty Bank and rebuilding a new modern
Oh,
building.
really?
Yes, ma'am. It's going to be, from my understanding, if you're familiar with First Guaranty Bank and Amy next to Sonic, that building is going to be in Kentwood. So it's going to be amazing. I actually stopped by First Guaranty Bank. They have um, a scrapbook from years ago, and like this building, the building that they're in now, moved over in 1975. And there's like a lot of pictures. I want to do a story on that. So it goes from the first bank that's at the library, the old library, then to the building that is now, and now to this new modern building that they're building in. So I don't know how long that's going to take either. Right now, they're going to be operating out of a trailer. If you see the trailer that's in the parking lot between First Guaranty Bank and First Baptist Church, that is where they will be conducting business while the construction's going on.
Okay. Mhm, mhm. There's
Um,
also a new nail shop. There's a,
yes,
something like a cleaners of something,
yes, ma'am. Um, there is the Nails Cabin, that is owned by Latouri. She is doing great there. If you get a chance, go by and see her. She's also offering little spa parties. So if you have a daughter who you want to bring to have
mhm,
a birthday party, you can bring her and I think up to 10 little kids that go in there and they can get their
mhm.
nails done, have their pedicures. I think it's great. You could do all that here in Kentwood. You do not have to go out of town to
That's right.
do
That's
that.
right.
You could do that here. And my big thing that I keep talking about is locals supporting locals.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
I think it'd be great if locals can support locals. Kentwood is going to slowly build back up. And there's so much excitement going on right
I
now in
totally agree.
Kentwood. Yes.
Yes.
And
Now,
we
Nikki,
have the, go
would
ahead.
you all be starting up the farmers market, the Kentwood, I'm sorry, Main Street?
Yes, the Kentwood Farmers Market is going to start back up in March. March 18th, I'm thinking. Yeah, it's March 18th.
Mhm.
And we'll start back up that in the spring, and we'll rock on through till we get to winter.
Okay,
Yeah,
wonderful, wonderful. Well, I finally got the library pictures up. Let me just bring them up because we're so excited for the new library. It's very nice. I
it's very nice.
made a trip over there and it was just really nice. It just, I mean, we're really happy. So, congratulations to everyone, to the board, the library board, to Mr. Barry Bradford and his staff, and from the past administration and the previous administration. Thank you all. It's beautiful inside.
It's very pretty. I love the lighting, the natural light that comes through. It's
Mm-hmm.
great. I love it. I love the architect about it. And the outside, I told you earlier, I like the little seating arrangements outside. I mean, it's really nice. If you just want to go out there and drink a cup of coffee while you read your
Mm-hmm.
book, you could do that.
Yes, and
It's
and
really
and
nice.
especially on a nice day where the breeze is blowing, it's not too hot, not too cold, real
Oh,
nice.
yeah. It's very nice. It is really nice.
So we're really happy for that. Once again, thank you all. Let me just go ahead. Nikki, I do want to mention the fact that it's Lawanda saying, I wish we could have a St. Patrick's Day parade. Maybe
Well,
next
but
year for you. You don't know.
well, maybe next year, but the pet parade, it pretty much is going to be like a St. Patrick's Day parade, I
Hmm.
guess. The theme of it is "You Lucky Dog," so everybody dresses up their dog in St. Patrick's Day gear. The walkers, the handlers, they dress up as well. So it's pretty much similar around St. Patrick's Day, but yes, we could definitely work on a St. Patrick's Day parade. We got so much that we want to do. Mardi Gras parade. Everybody's been asking me about a Mardi Gras parade, and there's not going to be a Mardi Gras parade this year. There might be one next year. Um, I
Hmm.
don't I don't have any knowledge of how to put a
Hmm.
Mardi Gras parade together,
Hmm.
but I know that there's people out there like Miss Evelyn Williams, for example. She was the one that always put things together, so she has contacts. I don't know if we can get together and work together and make it all happen again.
And
I'm
that's
not
what it's
really
going to
sure.
take. It's going to take
Yeah,
community involvement to work along. I mean, I have heard each elected official say, we want to work together as a team.
That's
And
right.
that's very important because we realize they work for us. So therefore your input is very important, and so
Yeah.
we're looking forward to doing bigger and better things. I was in Macomb just to change it up a little bit. There's a Starbucks there now. Have they
There's a
opened a
Chick
Starbucks?
Fil A. Yeah, I don't think they've opened Starbucks up, but I know Chick Fil A is it's hopping,
There's a
and that's
new
great too.
supermarket coming.
Yes, there's a new supermarket coming. I actually got like some type of coupons in the mail, and I'm like, oh, this is great. I don't know exactly
Hmm.
what type of store that is, but I'm
Hmm.
interested to go see. And it's a lot of changes, in Macomb, and that's great to see because change is happening everywhere, and
Everywhere. Everywhere.
change can happen right
That's
here,
right.
and it's happening. It is. It's happening.
I might not, Lawanda said, I may not live in a town, but I will be glad to help in any way that I can with anything. That's very
But
kind.
that's great.
Very
Thank you, because we're always
kind.
looking for help.
Help us by getting this platform, this media platform, share it with your
Right.
friends, because we want to bring to you. Uh, we're doing it by once a month now, but we don't know as things go on. We may
Yeah.
have to come to twice a month because the news is very important. And then, Nikki, please know that whenever there's something special that needs to be said, we can always come on and say, look, we have some news. And if anybody want to be a guest, so we're going to be working on that as well, inviting people
Yeah.
to come on and invite some of the businesses to come on and talk to us, invite the elected officials to come on and talk to us. You know,
Yeah.
um, we can't sit around and wait for someone else to create the media for us. It's just too much technology these days where you can do just so much on your own. You could do a podcast, stream live streams, just so much that you can do.
Yep.
On that note, I want to say that I talked to Councilwoman Wilkerson
Mhm.
and the mayor, and it was Council Diamond. They're going to look at bringing technology to City Hall so that we don't have to worry about projectors anymore. There's smart monitors where you could just bring your airplay, your presentation. Because
Yeah.
Nikki, I like to see when someone come in and speak to the city council, and the city council is the only people can see the records. But if they
Right.
put it in a PowerPoint presentation or some type of presentation and put it up so that we all can see it,
Right.
so I'm looking forward to that.
That is going to be great. As far as technology goes, their Facebook page, do get the Facebook page back going, have the recorded meeting, who's going to record the
Yeah,
meeting
that's
if they
right.
have somebody, and get that back going again too. I know a lot of people rely on you and I. It's either, especially you, Miss Antoinette, because you're the one that really films everything. I don't do the filming, so
And
keeping
Nikki,
up with
sometimes I can't always. And on that note,
that's
let me
correct.
just say
That's right.
that.
That's
Let
right.
me
You
say that
can't.
they are going to have on the agenda to hire someone to come in and do this as a profession, as their job, because as a citizen, I can just volunteer. But someone
Right.
that's getting paid to do it, this is your job. So as
Right.
soon as they get the website, and they are working on getting a website. So
Good.
Councilwoman Wilkerson has made some phone calls to really get some people to look at, getting some bids from the companies so that they can make a choice to get a website. And once they do that, then they can look at hiring someone to come and video those meetings and have those meetings available for everyone. And it should be.
Yeah. Yeah. And it'll happen. And it's going to be great because that way, if you know that you can't make it to a meeting and there's everybody out here that's dependent on watching it, that helps ease your mind, to where you're like, okay, I'm not going to be there. I know somebody's going to be there to take care of it for me.
And Nikki, we live in a rural community. Let's face it, not everybody have transportation, but they
That's right.
should. Now, I want to speak for people that have a disability and they may
Yeah.
rely upon someone to bring them to the meeting. Well, that person may be
Yeah.
off for the evening and they don't have the
That's true.
transportation to come to that meeting. And not only that, our city hall is only so large.
Right.
You know,
You can
you,
only
you
hold so
know,
many people.
it can only hold so many
Yeah.
people. But when you look at people that may need a wheelchair, where would, it's so tight. So I think that having these meetings televised would also improvise with space that we do not have.
Yeah. Another thing that the mayor mentioned in the last meeting was talking about town hall meetings. That would be a
Mm-hmm.
great thing to do. That way, it gives everybody a chance to talk. You don't have to be on the agenda. You can come and talk about your concerns, and they listen. And I think that'd be great because we haven't had a town hall meeting in a long time. I don't think we ever had one. I
And
know that
Nikki,
I
I
never
remember
attended one.
when I ran for office, that was one of my platform issues, to be able to, if I would have been elected as a council person, to hold a town hall meeting once a month, just to communicate with your constituents. So I'm real happy to see that the mayor and some of the city councils, of course, they all agreed to it, that yes, is it that would give the people of the town a voice.
Yes,
It's one thing when elected officials, or when a candidate is coming to you saying, yes, we want to hear what you have to say. We don't want them to hear what we have to say every 4 years. We want them to
right,
hear what we have to say, on in an
right,
ongoing situation.
right. Right, and it's going to be great for the citizens as well, because that way they will feel like they're being heard, or they know that
Yes,
they're being heard.
yes.
And not. I think it's going to be a great thing. And once we make that happen,
Hmm.
then the whole community is going to be vibing again. It's going to be, people
Yeah.
working together again. Everybody, it's going to be great. This is something that Kentwood needs, and
And
we're going
and
to
I
bring it
like
back.
I like the fact that we do have uh, council members now that have experience with technology. You
Right,
have Councilwoman Wilkerson. She's an educator, so
right,
she's working with computers and these things every day, all day. We have Councilman Xavier Diamond, the same. So we do, and it's happy to see how we can integrate that. And so the council members that may not want to use it, we have to understand this is the day of technology. There's not a fact if you don't want to use it. You
right,
you have to. And as we look at the numbers that they're saying is rising again with COVID, we don't
right.
ever want to see another shutdown, but we must
No,
be prepared for it. What
because
could
it
we
can
do?
happen. I mean, we
Exactly.
learned the first go around that, we were crippled when we went into
Exactly.
shutdown.
Hmm.
It was
Hmm.
something that we were not prepared for. We never lived like that before. And now you have, thanks to COVID, you have a whole nother way of looking at things now.
Right, because
Rather,
before that, Zoom wasn't as prevalent as it was.
that's correct.
Everybody was
Nobody knew how to work Zoom.
get to learn,
Yeah.
get to learn. Right,
Yep.
right. So
That's
I
right.
think it's very important that we have people on the council that has computer that has
Yeah.
computer knowledge. It's important.
Yeah.
Um, I also want to just say here that after Hurricane Katrina, I think almost every department on a state and a local level had to go back to the table and say, look, this is what we need to put in place. We wasn't prepared. We had never dealt with anything like this before. So what do we do now? So, and I
Right.
think now with this administration, I'm hopeful that that can happen.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do know that I heard Councilwoman Wilkerson say to herself that she's going to get her own professional page. Every city council person should have their own professional Facebook page, and a
Yep.
page where you can email them and they respond back to you. And I like that way because sometimes I can't get someone on the phone, but if I write, there's a document or letter or something, an email saying, yes, I wrote you on this particular day here.
Right. Right. At
So I
least you
think
have a
that,
48-hour turnaround, to get back to them. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
That'd
I,
be
I
great.
think that's growth. And we have to look at, you know, every administration that comes into office, most of the time, things change.
Yeah. It
Sometimes,
always changes.
well, in
Yeah.
most cases.
Yeah.
in most
Yep.
cases,
Most cases it changes. Yep.
I can't wait to see an electronic agenda
Right.
where people can see, go to the website and see what's on that agenda for the evening or the
Yeah.
special meetings. But I do know, I've heard them say that we will be getting another website
Great. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be great to see too. And
for
it's kind of like the agenda, like you just said, an electronic agenda. That would be phenomenal to have because a lot of people don't realize what's on the agenda. They'll watch the meeting, but some people know and some people don't know. I know it used to be posted by a councilman. He would Trayvon Cooper would
yes.
post his. He would always post it,
Hmm.
and I knew to
Hmm.
go to his page to look at that. And a lot of
Right.
other people did too, but some
And
people
so did
didn't
I.
know. Yeah,
Right.
but being that would be a link to everybody can go to and find all that information there, and it'll
Yeah, that
it'll,
really would. And it helps too because look, we are 23 years into the new millennium now.
it's
And it's time
crazy.
for us to really, step it up, step up
Oh
the
yeah,
technology
oh yeah. Time is
Um,
just flying by,
yes, it
literally
is.
flying
Yes,
by.
it is. And when a new business are looking to come in town or to do business, they need that. They'll look
Hmm.
at, okay, they're behind. We don't want to always be behind. Let's just face it. We have to step it
Right.
up.
Yep. Not much, but just a little bit. We don't have to be a
So
fast paced town. We could still be Kentwood, but just be up and up, I guess you could say. Um, you know, and that's like with everything coming. I would love to see Kentwood built back up. But at the same time, we're kind of slow paced around here. And some people have referred to this as a retirement home or retirement town. And we are in the rural. We're in the north end of the parish. It is more rural here, but as far as it coming big, big, I don't think we would be that big, but enough to where we can have enough businesses here that people can have more options to choose from as far as um like right now we have a press shop here, like you can go drop your clothes off and get them pressed. We haven't had a cleaners here in years, and the lady that opened it up, her name's Kayla Johnson, by the way.
mhm,
She has had so much good response to this
really
that
good.
she is staying open, well, not staying open later, but she is there later to get all this done. Like I
Mhm.
passed by there at 10 o'clock at night, and there she is.
And
She's
she's
still
working.
there
Mhm.
working. And
She's
she said
working.
business is great, and she's like, it's great to have everybody around us that's supporting her and that's telling her we're so happy to see you here. We've needed you here. She's getting so much good feedback, and she's like, this is great. She's like, Kentwood has the best people. And I'm like, you could say that again. We do. We have the best people. We really do.
Nikki, I'm not really looking for us to be so big like a city, but what I'm
Right.
looking for is the technology to change here. For
Yeah.
instance, if a person feel like they want to pay their taxes online or whatever it may be online,
Yeah.
if they
Yeah.
want to communicate with uh, the council elect, they should be able to go on the website and be able to do that. And even in a lot of small towns that's really thriving, I was
Yeah.
over in St. Francisville, very clean, very organized. And just because we're a small town doesn't mean that we need to be behind on the technology edge of that, if that's clear.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I totally get. Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying, and that's just it. Like debit cards, nobody carries cash anymore. So when
Mm.
you go to City Hall, it has been brought to my attention that they would like to have a place where you can, a way you can use your debit card to pay your utilities. You
Right.
know,
Because not
uh,
everybody have checks. I mean, checks
that's
are
right.
almost obsolete.
They pretty much are obsolete. Yep.
They almost
All
obsolete. Hmm.
I, I I actually, it's funny that we talk about this, but I went to Sunflower and I forgot my debit card, so I had my check and I wrote my check. And of course, the cashier is a young person, very young person, and she, kind of joked with me and making checks, and I was like, "Oh, baby, you don't know about float days, do you?" She's like, "Float days?" I'm like, "Yeah, never mind."
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
Yep.
And
But
so
yeah,
that's
every
what I mean when I say, if we could just come up a little bit with
yep.
technology, but I'm very confident in the staff and, the staff and the elected officials now that they're going to work on a lot of those things that we're
Oh
talking
yeah.
about.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well,
Just give them
Nikki has
time.
said that they are also working on flattening the ground between Sullivan's and where Chanel's are going to be at. Did you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
that?
that's what I was talking about earlier. I'm not sure exactly what that's going to be. As I said, there was talk that it was supposed to be a little strip mall coming, but I
Mm-hmm.
haven't heard any other information on what is going on there. So I have to dig around some more and see what else I can find out. And as far as like the old auction barn, people are still asking me what's going on out there.
Yeah, I
um,
want to know. Do you know?
I call it the four sixes of Kentwood, which of course, if you don't know the four sixes, that has to do with Yellowstone.
Mhm.
Anyway, it's a private owner that has bought the auction barn, and she is having it redone because she has horses that
Okay.
she trains and whatnot, and she's going to have the horses housed out there, from my understanding, which
Okay.
is great. These horses are very very nice horses, and she's gonna train them out there. They'll be housed out there, and she'll be traveling back and forth. I think she's from Livingston Parish, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So,
Mhm.
so yeah, so it will not be open to the public. It is a private
Okay.
owner.
Well, thank
Yep.
you for letting us know that because we just want to know. We just want to stay
Yeah. I mean,
informed.
it's again, it's something going on. Like, what is going on there? I
Mm-hmm.
do want to say too that the property that's been cleaned between the car wash and Cook's Funeral Home,
Uh-huh.
those two homes right there, the property has been cleaned. It looks so good, especially behind the house, like all those woods, the wooded area has been cleaned
Uh-huh.
out.
They have
It
cleaned that
looks,
up.
yeah, it looks really, really good. And it's
Mm-hmm.
great to see people in those two houses. Those houses have sat there for a good minute and
Oh,
nobody's been
somebody's
in
living
them.
in those houses?
Yes, ma'am. Someone is living in those houses. Yep. And it's
Okay.
great to
All
see
right.
that. Yep.
All right. And you was talking about the lights on Main Street because I haven't been there at night, so it just like the
Oh,
library lights on
yeah.
Main Street.
Yeah, the library lights on Main Street, you have to go down and see it. I mean, it looks great. I love the way that it's lit up. You know, you
Hmm.
you can actually walk down the sidewalk and be safe because
Hmm.
you can see everything. I
Nikki,
just like the way it looks.
do you think a coffee shop would do well here?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know.
We just gotta find somebody to bring one here.
I
That's what we
know.
gotta
I
do,
know.
and we gotta find a place to put it. But yes, a coffee shop, a little sandwich shop, that would do awesome here. It really would.
Hmm.
So if anybody's out there listening, please bring a coffee shop to Kentwood.
Yes, because I like coffee shops. There's so
Yep.
much that can be done in a coffee shop. There can
Oh
be book
yeah.
signings and
Yep.
spoken word, art exhibits. That's something
Yep.
else that I would like to see. I see Punchatool and Hammond, they are embracing the arts a lot.
A
It
lot.
haven't gotten to a mid yet and on
Yep.
down north, but it should happen.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I think it would be great here. We really need one. A lot of people would like to see that here too. So it could happen. And also, yeah, you have the library that has internet connection, but a coffee shop could also have internet connection. So you could sit on your laptop and search the web or read news or whatever. Yeah.
I
But
I
yeah.
know, but that feeling that I get when I'm in a coffee shop, and you have some nice coffee, jazz music
Yep.
in the background and
Hmm.
all those different flavors,
Yep.
not
And
to
somebody
mention all the
reciting
sweet.
poetry.
Yes, all of
Yeah.
that. I mean, we're dreaming now, but guess
Oh
what? Let's bring
yes,
it
we
up.
are. It never hurts to dream, because
That's right.
it could
That's
always
right.
happen. Let's
Because
speak it into existence.
I like the local mom and pops type of coffee shops.
Yes.
Yeah, they're really nice. I went up to Lake Martin and I stopped in a coffee shop and it was really nice. And what I like about what they did, they took everything from from the area that was native to them,
Hmm.
the beautiful wildlife of birds and they just made it so nice. It was really nice. And I can see that here with dairy because dairy is one thing you find in a coffee shop, you find the
Yep.
dairy products. So I can see something with all the different cattle, pictures of the different cattle and
Yeah.
all that. Just sit out and,
Yeah.
I can
And
see
the
that.
old posters, the Dairy Day posters could be hanging up. Yeah, that would be
Yes,
great.
yes, yes.
Yep.
Be creative with it, be artsy with it. Just put a little
Oh yeah.
flavor, put the Kentwood flavor in it. It can really happen.
Well,
Hmm.
I'm loving that idea. Loving it.
Jill is saying the nutrition shop across from the library is a great place to hang out for the Wi-Fi tea. And
Yes.
see, I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me,
Yes.
Jill. I will be there because I love tea. I love
Yep.
tea.
It's 51 Nutrition and they have loaded teas. It is really good. I get in there, like they have so many different flavors and I'm like, give me this one, give me that one.
Hmm.
But they're really good. I love them.
Okay,
Um
so now we
you have to,
know.
but she's got a cute little setup. It is so cute in there when you walk in. Like and that and the Wagon Wheel Boutique, they also have a cute setup too. But with 51 Nutrition, she has worked really hard with the art on her walls, the color of it. It's really really cute. Yeah, you definitely have to go in there and check it out
Yeah,
one
I'm
day.
gonna have to go and pay Jill a visit because I would like to take some photographs and have her to come on as our next guest, our first guest, to talk
Mhm.
about her business establishment, and we can take a couple of pictures and just interview her about her
Yeah,
business.
that'd be great.
Yes,
That'd
that
be
would
the
be
first
great.
step. There we go. Be the first step, and then we can just open it up to everybody else. Just fall in line.
Just follow, and
What?
that's what it takes, Nikki. We have to stop looking for things to happen on the outside.
Right.
you know
Right.
there's too many
Yep.
creative people here. There's too many people that know how to do some of the wonderful things. We really have to be creative for ourselves. Nobody's going to do it for us.
That's
All
right.
right, Jill,
That's
thank you. She says not mine, but that's okay. We'll come and interview you anyway.
right.
um Nikki, and I also want to say I'm very happy about the adventure that I was talking to you about.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's going to be exciting. I did send it to the producers to let them know the type of things that we can do out of Kentwood with
Yeah.
the beehives or the keep of the bees. Those are
Yeah.
great stories.
Oh
And what
yeah.
they told me that once we do what they call the trailer, then they can
Hmm.
pitch it to PBS, they can pitch it to Netflix or anyone, just to have that Kentwood or that northern Tangipahoa, as well
Yeah.
as St. Helena. So
Yeah.
that
That'd
that
be
was
great.
that's going to be neat.
Yeah, I think it'd be neat. And it spotlights our farmers too, our produce farmers. And you can even go through our dairy farmers too. The dairy farmers that are left here, still talk about them and, the people that do woodwork. I mean, it'd be a lot of interesting. I mean, we could go for days talking about all that when we look at everybody that comes to the farmers market. There's everybody there. They have their own unique story. I've talked to everyone that comes through there,
Mhm.
and I
Mhm.
love listening to their stories. And that's another thing, like canning. Like everybody, we have a few
Right.
people that
Right.
come to market that can. Well, a lot of people don't can no more.
Mhm.
Some don't even know how to do it, or
That's
never
right.
been
Right.
introduced to it or anything.
Right. Right.
Me, I would like to know how to make a quilt, can some food, and what
Mhm.
else? Make some biscuits.
And see, that's all the things that make us unique.
That's right.
That's
Exactly right.
everything. Everybody has found something that have made them unique. Ponchatoula
Yep.
has the strawberry festivals.
Right.
The strawberry festival. You go to Tickfall, there's the Italian or Sicilian festival,
Right.
right?
Right.
Everybody has a festival, so it's time
Everybody
for us.
does.
Right, right, and we have
Yep.
all these unique things, and when you think about it, people really love uniqueness.
Yes, they do.
They love that one of a kind, or that homemade jams or jellies, or locally grown uh, honey.
Right.
People love that fresh
Yep.
organic food. It's just local farmers. You're right.
Yeah. It's something that they connect with, even if it's some type of nostalgic. That's a major thing right there. Is nostalgic. it brings people back to when they were little and how they used to do things,
Mhm.
and that's another thing. People tell me their stories about how Kentwood used to be. And when I do stories like the Walmart grocery store, I did a story on that in 2015 when I worked for the Kentwood newsletter. I happened to find that story in my laptop as I was going through stuff to clean it off. And I'm like, whoa, I got to post this on Keeping Up with Kentwood. And I did. And when I did that, so many people just had a ton of memories that just flooded back, and it was really interesting to read everybody's comments of their memories that they had of that. It was really great.
I was outside with my chickens today and I was collecting the eggs. And whenever I'm in my garden, I'm near my grandfather, my great uncles. And whenever I am working with my hens, I'm near
Mm,
my grandmother. You know, my
yeah.
grandmother passed away in 1969, but it seems like she meets me at the chicken coop, or my great uncles meet me in the garden, because that's the
Right.
time that I really reflect upon them. Because I'm thinking about them, say, okay, well, I learned everything I've learned from them.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's the uniqueness of it, is that we preserve those rich things that, like you said, the quilts. How many times in our grandmother's house they had those heavy quilts, and
Yes.
when we got through, we didn't even want those quilts. Now look at those quilts and look
Yeah.
at the price of those quilts.
I know. I know. Like, we didn't know at the time, but now here it is. It's like
Here it is, right?
what I wouldn't do to have that quilt again.
That's
I
right.
actually I actually have a quilt that is made out of my grandma's clothes when she was little, her little clothes. And like, I don't use it that often because it's so frail, but every now and then I just wrap myself up in it and I'm like, "Oh, a hug from
Yes.
a mom."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like you wrap yourself in her love all over again, you know.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
what's very important. And even with the ladies that makes the jams, oftentimes, how many times we think about, when we buy something in a store, it doesn't taste like it used to taste. Well,
Right.
getting it homemade, it doesn't get any better than that.
That's right, because it's made with love, honey. A lot to love. You don't
And
get
so
that
we
in the
have to
store.
really, really be very proud of our rich culture, because there is one here. We just have to bring it out.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
have to stay on it. You know,
My
I
phone
would
is about
I'm
to
I'm
die.
gonna write Mr. Bradford and ask him, can we, Miss Gordon's grandson is taking photographs. And we would
Right?
love to see if we can have and I did talk to the executive, to the manager at the library, and I
Mm-hmm.
asked her, could we put on display photographs of cows, of the different beautiful colors of the cows.
Yeah.
So she told me, talk to Nikki and see how you all can organize that for March,
Yeah.
when you start up the Main Street Market, and then we
Yeah.
can have the photographs on display at the library, and
Oh,
have
yeah.
kids. If kids want to take photographs of cows, so they can learn the different
Yeah.
cows, that's about the different cows in the area. Well,
Yeah.
that day when children come out, what they can do, they can color the printout of cows and just hang it up on a little clothes hanger line, and just have their little things on display. So
Yeah.
that's
That would be
something we can
great.
work on, Nikki. Like you
Yep.
need something else on your plate, huh?
Yeah. One more thing won't hurt. As long
Especially
as I don't
something
have,
like that.
yeah, as long as I don't have
Yeah,
a deadline, I'm good.
right, right.
But yeah,
And
and
so
it'd
they
be
said
great.
yes, yes.
And that's just it. Like, when March, when the farmers market starts back up again, the new library will be open, so people can go down there and tour the pictures and whatnot that they have,
Right, right.
and
That's
just go
what we
down there
was
and look.
thinking about. That's what we
Yeah,
was thinking about. So what you and I can do, we can talk about it a little more in detail, to see how we can really get some of the children, even in the classrooms, to paint some of
yeah,
their different color
yeah,
cows, and that
yeah,
way they can learn about the different cows that's in the area.
yeah. I
And if
like that
they're
idea. We definitely have to work on that. Yeah, I
and
like
if
it a lot.
anybody have any old photographs that they would like to have scanned and put on display, it's a great time to do that. We
Yes,
just
ma'am.
have to really be creative with what we know it used to be.
That's right. Yep. And we can make it all better again. Um, and it's just like Kentwood doesn't have a festival anymore. Like you just said, everybody down. the parish has their own little festival.
Mm-hmm.
We have to find something that we can create our own to bring people to Kentwood for them to look forward to. And I don't know how we could do that. I mean, yeah, everybody wants Dairy Day to come back, and Dairy Day is not going to be the same like it used to be because we don't have that many dairies anymore. And what I
Well,
did think
Nikki,
about
what
doing,
about? I thought about ball peanuts is a big deal here.
yeah, boiled peanuts,
People love ball peanuts, and
yeah,
so you just take the simple things that people enjoy, and you just have a ball. I mean, a ball peanut
yeah.
festival.
We're gonna have to figure out. We're gonna do a poll. That's what we need to do. Do a poll and see what ideas people have that we could
Mm-hmm.
do to bring put Kentwood back on the map. I just really feel like the north end of the parish is just forgotten about. We need to do something to put ourselves
Well,
back
what
on the map.
happens when people do not live in the north end of the parish?
Yeah,
It's not that they have forgotten about it, but they have a tendency to work in the area that they live. Now,
right,
mind you, Tangipahoe Parish is just one parish, and we
right.
all should be working together to make sure. Look, we're the first town coming in and the last town going out.
That's right.
And
So
there's
we
no
need
way all that traffic on the interstate, we should not be putting in some of those dollars.
exactly. That's
And
what I've been
but we have
saying.
to do what it takes to get those dollars off the interstate to
Yes.
come into Kentwood.
Come interactive. That's right. That's exactly right. So we're gonna work on something. We're gonna come together with something. Like I said, just everybody has ideas. We put them all together and see what works and go with it. And if that doesn't work, then come next year we'll change it up and do something different. But yeah, we definitely need to get people back involved in Kentwood again.
Right. And I want to say I hope that people who haven't came out to the meetings, the monthly meetings, come out and
Yeah,
have your voice heard. You matter, not just like your vote mattered, so does your opinion and what you
that's
want
right.
to see in the town.
That's
So
right.
we're getting ready. Before we get ready to close out, Nikki, any other announcements that you want to make about anything coming up that you want to repeat again?
Mm, Other thing that's coming up right now, we had the farmers market coming up in March 18th. We had the Kentwood Rotary Pet Parade coming up March 11th. Again, keep it up with Kentwood. We'll have more details on it as we go, the closer we get. But there is a form that's already out there that you can print out and bring to me at the Cajun Two Step. Like I said, $10 entry fee. We're looking for anything that's pet friendly. Also, if there's any vendors out there that can sell like pet clothes, bandanas, collars, dog treats, whatever that you could possibly sell that's pet friendly at this parade, please contact me and let me know so we can get you out there and, you can have something to sell, to give away, whatever we want to do. But just trying to make this to be a big community effort. So all
Because it's
proceeds
a good
that we
cause. I
raise,
mean, look where you're going to
that's
donate
right.
the money.
That's right.
Yeah.
All proceeds is going to Kentwood Veterinarian Clinic. And as far as shots and spayed and neutered, I don't know how we're going to do that or how they would do that. Like if it's a first come first serve
Mm-hmm.
basis, or
Mm-hmm.
however, we haven't crossed that bridge yet on how we're going to do that. But all that money will be donated to them. So if we can get as much help and as many sponsors as we possibly could to help us with this, because this is our very first ever pet parade. First time we were ever raising money to give back to Kentwood Veterinarian Clinic. And I want this to be a huge, huge success for them. So, yeah, if there's
Well,
anybody out there, help us.
it went
Please
well
help us.
because I saw you had 59 shares on
Yes,
when
ma'am.
you put it on your page, keeping up with
Yes,
Kentwood. There
ma'am.
was 59 shares, so that was
Yeah, it was
really,
very nice. That was
yeah.
really, really impressive. And that again, we don't. There's not a pet parade that's close to us like this. So I'm
Mhm.
looking to bring people out of Macomb, from Macomb down to
That's
Kentwood,
right. That's
from
right.
A Meet up to Kentwood, St.
Hmm.
Helena. I'm sorry, St. Helena Parish, Washington Parish. I mean, I'm looking to bring all that to Kentwood, and
And
if
we're
it
looking
does
to
really
bring
well,
some of that
we
money into Kentwood so that we
yes,
can, do
yes,
bigger and
that's
better things
correct.
this year. So I'm very
And then
excited.
also right, and gives these other people that are coming into Kentwood to see the things that are changing in Kentwood, the progress that we're making. They
Hmm.
can tour these different businesses that we have now. There's a lot of people that like they don't know we have a massage place here. A lot of people don't know that's here. That's Kaylin and Amber. They have Jet Blonde Salon and Blissfully Zen. She is a great massage therapist, and nobody knows that she's here. So
Well, that's
I'm gonna
right, right.
right,
And Nikki, because we do not have that news media, and look,
right,
let's just face it. I mean, I talk to editors and publishers of newspapers. They are struggling. They are struggling to survive. So we need to really embrace technology and
yep,
use it like we're using it right now to
yep,
promote those businesses, to have those business owners
yep,
come on and talk about their business and promote what they're doing. This is
right.
what we need. This is what it's going to take to get the word out about what's happening here in
And
Kentwood.
and what you and I are doing, Antoinette, people need to understand that what we're doing on our own time. We're not getting
Right.
paid for any of this. We
Right.
don't. This is our own time. This is something that you and I love to do. We love the people, we love the community, and we love to help people. And this is our only way of giving back is, support our
And that's a
businesses.
big way too.
Yep,
It's a very good big way because I'm looking at what Jill said. She said, I enjoy this. Kathy is watching from Houston. So you see, people are watching,
right.
and the more we do it, and we're going to be persistent and consistent about it to get the word out about what is happening in around Kentwood. And
That's
the
right.
mayor has her own page that will be coming up that she will share this information, be very transparent with everyone here in the town, and we're all going to work together as a team. I like what I heard the city councilman was both Councilman Diamond and Councilman Mike Hall said, look, we may not all agree, but what we can agree to disagree and still be respectful to each other and come back to the table and let's work this thing out so the betterment of Kentwood. And when it's the betterment of Kentwood, it's for all of us.
Amen.
We
That is
want to live
right.
in a town where we can be proud, invite our friends and not worry about so much trash on the highway or trash.
Right.
It's and I know, like you said today, Mayor Gordon was out picking up, some broken
Yeah.
glass on the
Yeah.
sidewalk.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
always out working. So once again, we want to thank each of you that have joined us tonight, and we're happy to be back. Back in the studio again to share some good news about and in and around Kentwood.
Yes, ma'am.
You have
And
anything you
then
want to say, Nikki?
no, ma'am. I think I've covered everything until next month. May have more information next month. So yeah, we're
All
good.
right. Well, let me just go into the closing. All right. Thank you and good night, everyone. Good night,
Good
Nikki.
night. Good night.